It's got a phone name.
Good morning, people. Today we've got something just ever so slightly different. I had intentions of using the Explorer and doing some coin shooting because now that season is upon us. I just need to start getting out of bed a bit earlier. I had planned to do it this morning but wasn't happening. So I've been lent another machine. Got 2 weeks to use it. I've got the Nokta Impact. I'm just going to do a quick first impressions. I haven't used it. I've watched a couple of videos, literally. I've got the instruction manual with me. I've got some settings I'm going to try on the dry. Tide's in at the moment. I've also got some settings I'm going to try on the wet. I got these settings from, I think they're called Dutch Beach Hunters or something. But as I know nothing about the machine, I thought I'll try them settings out. I'll show you the settings. I brought some test coins, clad money, silver rings, some gold rings, just so I know what the numbers are going to come up at. I'm not going to play with the settings too much on the advanced side. I'm just going to stick to basic, get a feel for the machine, go from there really. But initially, just walking down here and carrying it, it doesn't feel well made, I'll give it that. This is a solid machine. And what I do like, I'm going to pick out the bits I do like first. The cable runs up the stem. That's a big bonus for me. Just little things. And the other little touch I like is this. A little bipod. Stop you putting it down. Especially if I'm out on rocks or wet mud. It's just the little things. I think it's waterproof up to about here, wherever the joint is. We've got, I think this is the standard Nokta coil that comes with it. The control box, it looks quite self-explanatory. I think even I can use this one. Yeah, and I like the fact that you can change the batteries on site. So I do have a spare set of batteries for it. Yes, that is a huge plus for me. I know there's a couple of other nice little features. It's got a little torch. I don't know how good it's going to be. We'll have to take it out at night, won't we? And I quite like the little trigger for ground balance and pinpoint. See how that works. Wireless headphones, another bonus. At the moment, I can't see any negatives until I start using it. But generally looking at it, I like it. I like the quick release locks. Oh, I love that on my Explorer. It's just so nice to pack it away and yeah, I think I'm going to enjoy swinging it just because of the fact that it's well built. But will I enjoy using it? That's what I'm going to find out very shortly. Right, I'm going to set the machine up, turn it all on, and we'll get some numbers up on the screen, see what the coins come up at and the rings come up at. Other than that, it's just a very basic first impressions, quick review, and we're going to hit the beach for, I don't know, there's no one here apart from some litter pickers, some volunteers, some locals picking litter, saves me doing it. I think I've got as long as I need. I don't know what's going to be here, I don't know how busy it's been. I've been busy over the weekend, but the weather's been lovely, so right, let's get on with these settings. Have a quick look at the screen. Mode, I've got it in, I think that's, is that D12 or DI2? Anyway, I'm a bit new to this one. Set it in that for dry beach. And then we've got gain is on 80. Threshold is to suit anyway. Disc is 15. F5 frequency volume and then not tracking. Over on the expert side, I've got frequency 20. And these are just like tone break. I didn't set that one, but these are my settings. As you can see, the only ones I've changed for dry beach are frequency gain and disc in up here in DI2, and I have ground balanced, and that's all I'm going to do. I've got some target things buried in the sand, and I just want to see what they come up at, because I don't know, and this is all new to me, but I've got a feeling the new money is going to, I think it's going to suffer because it's got iron core in it. So I've got new and old 10p and new and old 5p. Let's go and have a look. Right, first target is going to be a silver ring. It's a definite 82. It's good to know. Right, that is also 38.39 is a 20 pence. Now we've got a new 10p and an old 10p coming up. New one first, iron core. That's going to be tricky, that one. Now we've got old 10p. Pretty much same as a 20. 31. And we've got a new pound coin and a 2 pence. 71 for the pound coin. That 2p is an old 2p non-iron core. 86. Now we've got iron core 5p and an old 5p. Still spendable though. Oh, it's going to be a tough one to find that at 30. No. That's going to be tough to find that new 5p. Old 5p is reading at 24. That isn't going to be so tough to find. That sounded alright. Now we've got a 9 carat and a 14 carat gold ring. 9 carat up first. 55. 14 carat. 26. Right, I'm happy. Right, let's get cracking. Well, my first diggable target is an odd one. It was reading in nice and strong, and it was nice and deep. Oh, I've got to pick all this glass up. I broke that with a scoop, but it was a glass jar, and what appears to be in the glass jar was a packet of Skittles and a cup of soup. And, hang on, I'll put it in my pocket, some paper, but on the paper there was nothing written. So, yeah. There's no instructions as to what to do with the cup of soup. So I don't know what to do with it. Yep, no, that was in a glass jar. I'm going to dig out the rest of that and see what's in there apart from get the rest of the glass out. Who knows? A little message in a jam jar, sort of. Thank you, whoever you are. First coin in the morning. A pound. Well, I've had some Skittles and a pound, so it's a good start in my book. I actually thought that was going to be a ring pull, but it's not. It's a 20p in a scoop. I don't know why, but that was, I don't know, it wasn't a definite signal. Quite close to the surface. But no, I'm happy, I found it. And we've got another one. Yep, I'm happy. It's that was quite a definite time. No question about that one, digging that one, although I didn't really need to dig it, but yep, number 20. I've just had these three. They were kind of scattered, but they were only under the surface, but that one looks like it's been here ages. Still, 24 pence. I'm going to check because they were about, I don't know, 6 inches apart each. And there was a lighter I just picked up on the surface, so you never know. Let's have a little scan around and see what comes. There we go. See, I don't think the machine found that. I think I just found that in my pinpointer. I think the machine picked up the 5 pence. And the 10p, I'm going to check it. I'm going to just chuck it under the coil, see if I can hear it. No, nothing. So, I might just, I don't know, it's a weird one. I'm sure there's a setting. I'm sure you can hear these, not a problem, but I just don't know it yet. If anyone knows, just stick a comment below, some good beach settings, and I'll be happy to try them out. Well, I'll leave this one to your imagination. 1 tin of Vaseline, and a puncture repair kit patch. I don't want to know if these are related. I feel a bit grubby now. Right, let's carry on. Well, I've just had a 1 and a 2, nothing special, but That one was so sketchy. I still dug it, obviously, but yeah, sketchy because it's so rusty, I think. Still, I'm happy with how the machine's going so far. And the settings are alright. They could maybe be tweaked a bit, but I need to get to know it a bit better. Alright, I'm going to do a half time in a minute, have a drink and my Skittles, and we'll carry on. Well, getting towards the end of half time, and we've got a 5 and a 2. The 2 was just over there, and the 5 was right in front of me. Yeah, it's very small change down here today. I think I only got £1 coin. Never mind, I'm not in it for the money today, I'm just in it to have a bit of a play. Okay, I'm having a break in the shade because it is stonkingly hot. And what have I learnt? It's alright actually, I quite like it. It's fairly well balanced. Sometimes it feels like I'm holding it in the wrong hand, which is odd, I know, but yeah, the pinpoint's okay, the weight is fine. I'm used to heavier machines. The Explorer's really heavy. Yeah, no, it's okay. The settings are a bit chattery, but that's just down to settings really. That could be tweaked. I'm not sure yet. Time will tell. It's just a little bit chattery, a little bit. It's not too noisy, by any means, but you do get lots of little squeaks, and the general noises are just going to have to get used to the new noises rather than the machines I'm used to. This one just sounds like sooty being abused. But you know, every machine's got its noises. But no, it's absolutely fine. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to eat some Skittles and drink my energy drink. Probably not a good combination, but and then we're going to hit the other end of the beach, I think. So far it's just been small, loose, really small loose chain. There's a bit of a cliff fall just over there. I always do cliff falls because you never know. It's obviously falling from up there, so we're going to go and do the cliff fall and some more dry sand. And we have to do another video, and I'll change the settings for wet sand, see how it gets on there. I'll see you in a bit. 2 5p's in that little shallow scoop of sand. They were ringing in quite nice. I don't know if it's because they were together or what, but they're not old ones, so yep, that was a nice noise. Bit more money in my pocket. And we got 50p out of there, and they were reading in at 41. I didn't do a target ID on them at the start, so yeah, they're coming at 41. Nice and noisy. There's a strong one, I can see a penny in there. Ooh, hang on, something else. I thought it was just a penny. No, a penny and a 50. Fresh ones. Cool, alright. Every time I find a target on the beach, what I normally do is I will spiral away. So if you find the target here, I normally spiral around where that target was found, because people can move and sit down again. Generally works, not all the time, but it's normally a good rule of thumb for me. And next we've got a lighter and a packet with a couple of cigarettes left in it, and a really awful looking picture. That is, that's gross. Okay, let's see what's around this little spot. They've lost their lighter and fags, there could be anything. Let's do this one together. It said it's not too deep. It's reading in at 40. I just heard a beep. But this machine does love tin foil. I have found that out. Ah, but it said it wasn't deep. 20p. Happy days. Cool, right. For me, it's the subtle hints of where people have been sitting. Fag end, fag end, fag end, £1 coin. Cool. So yeah, it's just little subtle things. Obviously the big things are digging holes in the sand, but you can look out for where people have been sitting, and it works for me. Next up, we've got a carabiner, or whatever you want to call them. It's broken though. Yeah, not too deep. Nothing's been too deep. That's my only worry. Nothing has been horrendously deep. I'm going to have to do some depth tests, and I might do, on the next video I'll do some depth tests. We'll have a look. We've got an old 5p. It's just come out of like a shingly bit. It's an old one. Still, I've just had another one. It's a doggy dog tag. It's got a phone number on the back, so I won't flip it over. There you go, that's big enough. It looked for it was a big old penny, but it's not. It's a dog tag, and if you ever want a target that's hard to find, it's one of these, or 1 cent. And I think I saw a harp on the back. I reckon that's Irish. No, it's like Euro money. Tiny little thing. Cool. Something. It's definitely something. Oh, it's a bit ropey, but it's 20p all the same. It's slowly adding up. And next up we've got a bit of a green but spendable 10 pence. Happy? Just spitting with rain, but I've got another one. Not this season's 20, but it's another 20. It's amazing what you miss. I mean, I've done this beach quite a few times recently, and well, I say quite a few, 2 or 3. And yeah, there you go. And the final target, let's end on a high. 2 pence. Right, I think it's just about to start raining, and I need to do a roundup quickly, I think. I wasted a lot of time chatting to that bloke on the jet ski, so let's have a little rummage in my bag and see what we got. Right, it's just started raining. As you can probably see from the clouds behind me, it doesn't look too clever. Burning question is, how did I find the Nokta? I really quite like the Nokta Impact on the beach. It was a little bit chatty, but that could be down to settings. So if anyone's got any settings, just drop them in the bottom. I'll happily try beach settings, and I hope to get on some land, so fingers crossed. If anyone wants to put any land settings on, by all means do. But beach, wet and dry, if you've got any, chuck them down. You'll see the ones I was using today, and if I can improve on them, I shall. It was alright, it was just a bit chatty, like I said. It did pick out some of the iron core 2p's, and it did get a 10p, but they're very sketchy. Which is, it could be said that for a few machines really. But other than that, it's quite well weighted. It's not too heavy, I can swing that all day, that's alright. The batteries seem to have lasted absolutely fine. Takes AA's. I haven't found too many bottle tops, but it loves aluminium foil. And there's a ton of that, and it quite likes these things that you get on drinks and whatever. They're horrible. I'll spin you around, we'll have a look what we got. Then I'm going to get home before it throws it down. And I'll try and get out again tomorrow. If I can get the motivation to get out of bed. Right, round up, we'll have a look. Right, there's the junk. Junk is, well I say junk, it's just lighters, broken carabiner, puncture a peg and some Vaseline. Make of that what you will. There was the cup of soup I got in the glass jar, which I chucked in the bin. And I just got to finish off my Skittles that came in there. Thank you very much, you ever buried them. Money wise, not bad, I'm not complaining. What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4 £4, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 75. Yeah, £4.75. Not too shabby. I think that's it. That is all the rubbish in the bag. It is just, let's see about tin foil in there. But not too many bottle tops, so probably a good thing. Other than that, yeah, thank you for watching. Please drop a comment, and I'll see you all later on.